Yo, what is up, spooky family? Some people call me Tokyo, some people call me Mars, and tonight I have 10 things I've always wondered about Halloween water. I mean Halloween H20. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's have ourselves a spooky night conversation. Let's get it. Number one, what does Michael do when he's waiting for his next victims to come home, or for people to discover the bodies? Like I've always wondered that. Just in every Halloween, he's always waiting for people to discover the bodies, and he doesn't know if people are gonna come back. You know, 8 hours from now. What if somebody has a work shift and they just started it, and then he's just gonna sit there, like, gonna sit there for 8 hours, like how does he know when they're coming back? What does he do? Did he get into those cookies that Jimmy were eating? Like, does he get bored? What do you do when you're waiting for somebody to come home to kill them? I've always wondered that. Number two, how did the cops next door not hear Marion screaming, even though she broke the window, she was screaming, there was a tussle, they were on high alert because there was a B&E breaking entering.
Looks like a prank. Police, anybody home?
You would think they would have heard that. They were literally right there. I don't think the door being kind of closed, like halfway closed, negates the sound of a breaking window and people screaming. I really felt like they would have heard that, and they just didn't hear that for plot convenience of the movie. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. Do y'all think the police would have heard this? Number three, and this is something that a lot of people have asked in the past. What is with Josh's bad haircut? Is it supposed to be like that? Did he think that that was a cool haircut? Did he lose a bet like that? Did he lose a bet and have to like chop it up? Like, why was his hair like that? And the most saddest part is he was literally right next to the barber shop. He could have got it fixed. I mean, that was the real horror of Halloween, if you ask me. Not Michael coming back. Number four, since Michael switched places with the paramedic, how was that paramedic, being a normal human, able to take that amount of damage? I mean, the guy was literally thrown through a windshield. Most people that get thrown through a windshield like that at high speed, they're just gonna kind of lay there and just kind of like wish they weren't them.
Come on.
Because they're going through that situation. They're not gonna get up. Then he gets hit by the van. That's gonna hurt too. Then he gets his back blown out by the van. And the fact that the way he got his back blown out, you would think he wouldn't be able to move, like he would be paralyzed, getting pinned up against a tree like that. But he still can move, reaching his hand out, trying to take his mask off. Like, I think the average person getting hit by that van would have probably died, or at least been paralyzed. But I've always wondered that, like, how did he take that amount of damage? Number five. Now, this could have been like a weird little error in the movie because, obviously movies aren't filmed in order, but then they're put in order. But I've always wondered this. Why did Michael sneak into the school only to drive back out of the school and wait on the side of the road really far away for the bus to leave to go back into the school? Like, I don't understand what the point of that was. And also, how does Michael know they're going to Yosemite? Did he like see a flyer? Like, how does he know everybody's about to be gone? Why didn't he just, I'm surprised he didn't just start going in there and doing his thing, picking people off one by one. Like, he knew they were leaving. How? Number six, why did Michael not kill Ronnie? He had Ronnie completely alone. And if you think about it, Ronnie was a security guard. So if anybody on that school, if anybody in that school has a gun, it would likely be the security guard. The security guard's job is literally to protect the school or get help if there should be a problem. So Ronnie probably has the quickest access to the police and he probably has a gun. So, or at least some type of training to stop Michael in his tracks. So, why did Michael not kill him? Now, I'm sure the short answer for this is simply plot armor because it's LL Cool J playing Ronnie, and they didn't want him to die. But coming from the movie standpoint of if the movie were like a real thing, why did Michael not kill Ronnie when he had the chance? I don't get that. I mean, he had the perfect opportunity. Number 7, and this was probably the biggest mistake in the Halloween franchise history, but why did they think it was a good idea to CGI two masks together and do a close up of Michael's face and think that we weren't going to notice that? Did they not learn from Halloween 4 with the pink mask accident? We noticed that, so why would we not notice the CGI mask? The CGI mask looked horrible. You mean to tell me that y'all couldn't, all the masks y'all use in that, y'all didn't think any of those were better than CGI and two masks together? What was the point of putting two masks together? Any of the masks would have been better than that. Terrible mistake. I don't know why they did that and decided, yeah, we're going to leave that in the movie. Number 8. When Michael watched Lori and the two kids drive away, why did Michael go back into the school and climb on top of a skinny bar that's way up in the air where his body would have to be crunched over and it would be hard to balance on that? Why was he hiding up there? How did he know Lori was gonna come back, especially to that exact spot? Why not just hide in a closet or behind a curtain like a normal person? Why did he decide to hide up there? And how did he stay up there? That had to be incredibly difficult. I'm not even talking about getting up there. I'm talking about staying up there because not only do you have to balance, but you have to like crouch down because the ceiling is up there. It's just that whole scene was weird. Like, how did he know she was coming back, especially to that exact spot, to where he can drop down behind her? Number 9. How did Michael stand on top of the table that Lori was on without Lori hearing it? I didn't even hear Michael pull up a chair to stand on the chair to get on the table. And earlier in the movie, we heard Michael's heavy boots walking across that floor. So how did Lori not hear any of any part of Michael standing on the table? I've always wondered that. Number 10. I understand that Lori had to drive a little bit because the police were going to chase her, but why did Lori wait for Michael to unzip himself out of the body bag before she decided to do anything? If it were me, I would have just drove down the street a little bit, took the axe out, chopped him up while he was in the bag, and then kept driving more. Why did she wait for him to get out the bag? Doesn't make any sense. And I mean, she literally like purposely crashed the van, which could have damaged her. Then the axe conveniently fell next to her so she can get it. Like, what if Michael had got the axe? Like, why would you crash the car? Like, I don't understand that. You could have just drove down the street, chopped him up in the bag, and kept it pushing. But she just wants to see, oh, is he gonna get up? Why? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to make like Michael Myers and stab that subscribe button. And until next time, stay safe and stay spooky. Peace.